Hello everyone, it's David again. I thought I'd give you an update with where I am with the workstation, mostly because this morning this arrived. This is a sample which is just coming from the manufacturers in China who'll be making the baseboards. As you can see, this is not the actual baseboard. This is an A4 sample. But it's given me a very good idea if they can manufacture it to the standard which I want, and the great news is they can. The rated edges are perfect. The two pieces of acrylic which this is made out of fit together beautifully. This is the recess. Obviously this will be A2 size on the full sized workstation, but that works beautifully well as well. The thing I was, I guess, a little bit concerned about was the screw threads, which you can see here. These are actually inserts. These are put in with a kind of a hot iron almost. They heat the insert, it melts the acrylic, and that's what keeps the insert in place. But this is a threaded screw, which I wanted to put into the workstation, because that's how the back parts, that's how the actual storage units and all the other tool racks will attach. The moment I'm speaking to the person that's actually making those, they've been 3D printed. What kind of screw is the best? It's either a large one, these M5s, or a small one, these M4s. The idea will be once the entire thing is complete, is the back components will ship to customers, and then basically you'll see a component of one of the tool racks, which I think Wayne's got a rendering of, but they'll attach with these screws. So you'll unpack the the tool rack, and you'll literally put this screw into one of these inserts, and that fits in absolutely beautifully into there. That's an M4, which I think will probably be big enough. It's countersunk, so when that actually attaches to the actual baseboard and the whole thing completes, you won't actually see that. That'll actually be part of one of the back parts, or one of the tool racks, if you like. But that's probably going to be the size. I think an M4 looks pretty good. I think an M5 may be a little bit overkill, but again, that attaches absolutely beautifully to this sample. The manufacturer's got that literally millimeter perfect. So you can kind of imagine the tool rack attached to the baseboard with these screws. That's how the workstation will actually assemble once you guys sort of unpack it. So that's where we are at the moment. So this sample's come in this morning, and it's absolutely spot on. So the manufacturers can definitely make the baseboards. I should get the first actual printed versions of the rendering of that tool rack, which I think Wayne's got. That's probably next week. Once we've sorted that design out and we're happy with it and it's strong enough, because there may be an issue with its strength. Next stage will be actually to print the entire tool rack itself, put some actually locating holes into that, get some new renderings done, get some new 3D print, and if all that goes according to plan, I'm hoping to get a full prototype back from the manufacturers in China, probably by the end of next month. I think that's probably doable, but I'll keep you updated. But that's where we are with the workstation. Cheers. Well, hello everyone. This is a video I didn't think I'm going to get made this week. First half of the video, as you've probably just heard, the sample came a few days ago from China, which I've just explained. Now, if I'll put that aside for a second, interestingly, this morning, the first components for the new tool racks also arrived. So I can show you those actually for real. And here they are. This is how the base of the tool rack has been designed. I'll explain exactly how this all sort of bolts together and all the rest of that in a future video, but I just wanted to kind of show you guys what this is actually going to look like. This is a prototype, but looking at it in detail this morning, It looks pretty good. It's strong enough, absolutely, and I think it's absolutely versatile, because if I sort of put that down, I can kind of show you how many tools you can get. Space for your nippers, large screwdrivers, small screwdrivers. You can put in larger items on this side. Really, anything your heart's desires can go in these racks, because we spent some time thinking about really what everyone would use, and I mean every kind of model maker. Your part work guys, obviously, your trusted screwdrivers are very important, and the sprue cutters, but also everyone else. If you have specific tools, we thought long and hard about the dimensions of these holes, how many there should be, where they should be, that kind of thing. So this system is as versatile as possible. And again, I'll explain that how all this fits together in a future video. That's the actual tool rack itself, which will sit on the back of the workstation. I can show you that with this sample, because if I just move that in like that, that will give you a rough idea of how the actual full-sized workstation will look. That's printed full size. That's the actual full dimensions of the tool rack. Now you get more than this. I'll explain how all this bolts together in a future video. But I just wanted to get this to you guys as soon as possible. Because you'll have seen the base. You'll have seen how the base actually attaches. But that's an actual tool rack. That's how these things are actually 3D printed by my supplier over in Spain. They come like this. What you actually do is you actually snap these things together yourself when they arrive. If you buy one of the workstations, this system comes apart, and that gives you the ultimate in versatility, because these components are part of the ZEP system. If you go and search for ZEP, you'll find it. And I've used that system as the basis for my idea, and I've worked with the designer of ZEP to come up with new components. So for instance, if you wanted these particular sections here, you can have them there, because this thing literally just bolts on to the bottom, and then you can secure it to the baseboard. But again, once I have all the components arranged as I would like them, I'll do a future video with a full-size baseboard, and then you'll be able to see exactly how this thing actually bolts together. But I want to get that out to you as soon as possible. That's how that actually looks. Now, there's one final thing I want to show you, and that's basically a request from Wayne. It's for you, Wayne, basically. What you asked me for was something for these little plastic boxes, which you use a great deal. These things, they're super useful, really useful for storage, etc. And there's a storage system coming actually for these soon. But again, my design is working on that. But you asked me when I visited, actually, you say, well, what's really useful for you when you're doing your builds is the oil that you use, and you use one of these for oil. So I thought about how you could actually incorporate these into the baseboard and into the actual workstation. So I had a look at the ZEP system, and the ZEP system has got something which the designer actually calls a decal tray. You can buy the decal tray itself, for decals if you do plastic scale modelling. But I thought that these would be perfect for your application, Wayne. So what I asked the designer was it possible to change the dimensions of an existing ZEP component? And as it happens, it is. So the idea is this is the new component. These plastic boxes fit perfectly into the slot. So this then would attach to, if I get the box the right way around, but that would then attach to the ZEP system, like that. So then you have basically somewhere you put your oil. That's actually tight enough so you can open the box without having to take the box out of the tray. And you can kind of imagine if for you want lots of these, you could buy as many of these base components as you want and the boxes, and have a row of those if that's how you want to organise your workstation. It's up to you. But that's for you, Wayne. That's something I had a thought. I think there's something I can do with a decal tray, and that's the actual design. So you can actually see that actually on the system itself. But that's kind of how it all's gonna bolt together. Hopefully, that's the tool racks which came this morning. A few other things to tell you later on. It'll be a few more weeks yet before I get a couple of other components which I'm thinking about. But I want to get that out to you as soon as possible. So you know, do come back to me with any sort of feedback. There's lots of forms on the website, so you know, do keep in touch. But yep, that's kind of where we are. Very happy with how these have turned out. So yep, hopefully we can get the workstations really set up and designed and ready to go. Hopefully within a few months. I'm really hoping to get the design really finished off probably this time next month, and then we can start thinking about production. So yeah, so to keep in touch, and I'll speak to you soon.